Is there a shortcut to wealth? You bet there is. You bet there is. But the danger is the fact that what I'm going to tell you sounds just too damn simple. So you're going to ignore it. You're going to say, oh, that sounds great. And then you'll just go on your way. If you're a typical entrepreneur, okay? If you're a typical type of entrepreneur, you're just, because there's nothing profound in what I'm going to tell you, and yet it really is a shortcut. And I'll try to help you understand why that is. But look, here it is. The bottom line is, no matter how much money you want to make, and I know it's simplistic, and I know there's more to it than just this, and yet this is the formula. You got to get involved in the right opportunities. Notice I said opportunities, not just opportunity, but get involved in the right deals with the right people who have the right plan, and that's it. That's it. I mean, that little formula has made me a fortune, a small fortune, depending on, a fortune to me anyway. Brought in over 150 million in our first 25 years, and with a high profit margin business. So, look, not to brag or anything like that, but it all comes down to the right people. Because you can be involved in the right deal at the right time, even people who have the right plan, but if they're the wrong people, you're going to get screwed every time. Now, who are the right people? That's a good question for you. So, I think somebody with a prior track record of past performance helps. Although some of the right people in my life, I caught them in the beginning as they were moving on up, and that's another good strategy too. So the right people can be people that are just filled with ambition. I can think of a few of them right now. Caught them at the right time in their lives, developed a relationship with them, and ultimately they helped me and I helped them. But so typically, though, it would be somebody with a track record of past performance. That's the man who helped my wife Eileen and I become millionaires in the beginning, Russ von Holscher. He had over 20 years of experience when we started working with him. So that helped. We just, his best secrets became our best secrets. We did exactly what he told us to do, and we got rich. We made over $10 million in our first 5 years, and that was just starting with a few $100. And that's total sales, by the way. But still, that was a fortune for a couple people who, barely could have a roof over our head when we first got started. And so find people with a track record of prior performance. Now, also, honesty. Again, it just sounds so much common sense. Oh, you have to find honest people. Yeah. But man, in the world of business, with all the sharks out, these are shark-infested waters, my friend. These are shark-infested waters. Russ von Holscher turned out to be an awesome person. I still work with him today. In fact, I'm doing more today with him than we were doing back then. That was 30 years ago, almost. Almost 30 years ago. So, look, find good people that have the goods. No pun intended, although that's kind of a little play on words. But find good people who can deliver and who have a past record of record of prior success, like Russ did. They really will be your shortcuts. Also, I would say people of complementary skills and abilities. I had 2 business partners before I met my wife, and she became my third partner. And that third deal was the deal that sealed it, because Eileen and I went on to becoming great partners. We made millions. Of course, we had the right help. I already told you about that. But the bottom line is, her skills are so much different than my skills. Eileen is a business person. I'm not. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a marketer. I'm a salesman. I'm a pitch man. But I'm definitely not a businessman. And Eileen is a business person. She loves the stuff that I hate. All the necessary stuff that it takes to build a business. Making sure every I is dotted, making sure every T is crossed, watching every dollar come in and out like a hawk, running the day-to-day part of the business, which just bores the crap out of me. I can't stand the day-to-day part of the business, never have. And also, Eileen, I could trust her. Of course, she's my wife, but that's just because she's my wife doesn't mean that she's trustworthy, but she is trustworthy. Not all wives or spouses are. as we know, as we all know. But Eileen can be trusted. She's an honest person, and should you go into business with your spouse? Not if you can help it. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. Well, there's some truth to every joke. I think it worked for Eileen and I just like magic, because when we were dating, we were doing all this entrepreneurial stuff. So right from the very beginning, she was our relationship. Even before we got married, it all revolved around the business. She would come with me on the car. It's the only way she could spend time with me at nighttime is coming with me on these jobs I was on at night. I had a carpet and upholstery cleaning business, and all the commercial work had to be done at nighttime with all my retail and some of my other like restaurants, stuff like that. So Eileen and I, our relationship sort of evolved and revolved around the business. The business helped enhance it. We fought a lot. Oh God, we fought like cats and dogs. Oh my God, but we did make up a lot too. And we managed to stay together more because of her maturity and her stability than anything that had to do with me. But thank God we've stayed together, and we were partners for 12 years and business partners for 12 years until her health declined, and she had to step down because of her multiple sclerosis. But having the right people, look, I can tell you this. It sounds like common sense. Oh, by the way, did you notice I said people who have complementary skills and abilities? Because if they're too much like you, it's never going to work. In fact, I just got rid of a long-term staff member, been with me for a long, long time, got rid of him. Well, he would say we got rid of each other, okay? That's probably more like it. He went his way, I went my way, because we were just too much alike. We fought all the time. I couldn't stand working with the guy, and he couldn't stand working with me. We were just too much alike. So when you have people that have complementary skills and abilities, people that you like, people you enjoy working with, I don't enjoy working with very many people, I can tell you that, on a personal, day-to-day basis. Now, on the short term, yes, surface kind of stuff, whatever. But every day, day after day, year after year, I can only handle a certain type of person, and they can only handle me. And only a certain type of person can handle me, too. So it's mutual. It's mutual. And so you got to find people that you can trust, people that are honest, people that have complementary skills, and hopefully people that do have the goods, or you're catching them on their way up. Super talented people. My first sales manager, who was with me for 10 years, Drew, if you're ever listening to this, all respect to you. Super talented guy. Super, super, super talented guy. In the end, he had to go his way and I had to go my way, but those 10 years, he learned a lot, I learned a lot. We did a lot of amazing things together. So people are going to come and go. It's a passing parade, unfortunately. That's the bittersweet part of all life, all business. Business is just amplified life, by the way. So you get more of the good, more of the bad, but shortcuts, the right people. People are everything, man. It's all about relationships. And as an entrepreneur, the biggest danger of why every entrepreneur is never going to make the kind of money they could and should make is because they're too difficult to work with. They don't want to build a team. They just don't want to build a team. And part of building a team, oh my God, part of it is this, it's complicated, but I guess you'd put it all under the heading of leadership, if you will. Leadership, whatever that means. That means a lot of things to a lot of people, but it just means a lot of people think they're leaders, but nobody's following them. They're the only ones that think that they're a leader. Nobody follows them. Nobody cares about them. They're definitely not influencing anyone. Leadership is influence. So your ability to influence people, be part of their lives. If you look at people as just a commodity or look at just as a cost or something like that, and you're trying to pay them as little as possible. If you pay peanuts, you're always going to get monkeys as employees. That's the nice little funny joke. So are there shortcuts? Hey, what made me think of this? One of my favorite songs, in fact, probably my favorite song, a song I've listened to thousands and thousands of times, at least hundreds and hundreds of times, okay? It's a song called Love is the Answer by Utopia, Todd Rundgren's band Utopia. Love is the Answer. And in that song, as I was working this morning, I was playing that song over and over and over and over again. on repeat. But he says in that song, if there's a shortcut, I'd have found it. If there's a shortcut, I'd have found it. That's what he's saying in that song. And he's talking about love, no shortcuts to love, I guess, or whatever. Who knows what he was talking about, but there are shortcuts. Look, this is not rocket science. Making money, I don't care if you want to make $100,000 a year or $100,000 a day. Making money is very formulaic, but having the right people and having that right chemistry of people, very important. So, hope something I've said here has helped. If you're one of my clients, I'm extremely grateful. We're trying to be that shortcut for you. If you're not one of my clients and you want to know more about who I am, what I'm doing, click on the link below. And God bless you. Thank you, and bye for now.